where I belong, where I have places of influence. But I also want to just kind of, as we wrap up this conversation, kind of take us back to Gaza, because your essay, kind of what you're saying is basically it's a call for the church to re-examine how it understands itself, and kind of you're doubling down, like you said, on the ethics of Christ as we move forward, and you use the language of this is a Kairos moment. This is a very not to say Kairos in a specific way, but basically, this is a very essential moment in history. This is a time, an opportune time for something to be done in the life of the church. And especially, I think for you, it's the American church, especially with regards to Gaza and how we think about Gaza. So since this is a Kairos moment, and I agree with you, I think this is a pivotal moment. Maybe I'm too dramatic about it, but I think this is a very essential moment, a Kairos moment for the church in the US and how it thinks about Gaza and Palestine. And a lot of, I think, the future of the church, again, maybe this is dramatic, has to do with this moment. But anyway, so as if this is truly a Kairos moment, what is the duty ahead of us? What needs to be done, you think, in the church, in the life of the church, as we reflect on Gaza today as a church community?
For me, the connection with what you've asked now and what we were just talking about is pretty organic. That is, I think by seeking to practice the way of Jesus with the people right in front of me locally, that also means, because the body of Christ transcends these barriers, these artificial boundaries of nation and state, that it also then means that I will think about how can I act more widely. There are political avenues open to us that weren't open in the time of Jesus. And I think one of those, as an American Christian especially, is that I can lift up my voice. I can lift up my voice to try to draw attention to what is happening in Gaza. I can criticize my own government for its policies that are enabling, that are complicit with this. I can criticize my own church for its complicity in many ways. And I can lobby elected officials to act in ways that only they can act. I'm not trying to argue for any sort of Christian quietism. I think it's actually as our character, as our affections, as our values are shaped by trying to follow Jesus locally, we're also going to act on a wider stage. And this is where I think the global character of the church is really important.